Tonight, Sherman cries. Sam complains.
That's not even a bike!
And Foley finds a bin. So tonight on the show, I got to review the new Kona Kahuna Deluxe. And here's what I thought. So I decided to bring this bike to a school to test. I don't know why, but I did. So here it is. Now this bike obviously looks great. However, it also performs really well. This bike feels like it was meant to be ridden, and it goes exactly the way you want it to.
The suspension is amazing!
The suspension really is superb. It turns any rough terrain, no matter how rocky, into a smooth ride. And with the hardtail, you can feel the ground, and you feel in control at all times. Now, at high speeds, this bike is phenomenal. But even at low speeds, where most mountain bikes don't do so well, this bike is just as comfortable. This bike just feels the way a mountain bike should. No sass, it just gets the job done. Now, I decided that the school couldn't quite test every aspect of this bike, so I came here to a bike park. Meow, look at me go. Okay, now to do well in this place, you need rougher suspension than when you're biking around at the school. So this bike, besides having extremely flexible suspension, it can have extremely tight suspension as well, with just the flick of a knob. So, today we have determined that this bike is in fact good. It performs at school. Very important if you go to school. It performs in a bike park. It's awesome. However, there's one more test that we have to perform just to make sure it's up to par. So, in Canada, the majority of all fatal car accidents involve a biker. Now, in this test, we are going to see how well this bike can stand up against a car. So, this bike is obviously the safest, and nothing can beat it in performance. So obviously, it's the best bike. Or is it? Let's see how fast it goes around our track. But that means handing it over to our tamed racing driver. Some say he has no bones, only muscle, and he's older than the earth. All we know is he's called the Stig. He's off and he's across the line. And as it turns out, the Stig went around the track in exactly 1 second. Same as every other bike. Shame. This was quite a bike. I thoroughly enjoyed testing it. Just looks amazing, like so shiny and everything. And it, man, did it perform. What do you guys think?
It's ugly.
I would buy this bike.
I would not buy this bike. The gold shocks and the black paint don't go well together.
I do like the pedals. They're blue.
No, they contrast.
Yes, the pedals were an upgrade. $50 you had to pay to get them
Wow.
added on. But other than that,
It's like
this
paying to have
bike,
colored
I was
Porsche.
impressed. For the value, it's amazing.
And now it is time for the news.
The news.
Alright, tonight in news, I steal a mouse. The news, it's time for the news. Alright, Nero Quintana has won the Giro d'Italia. Congratulations to Nero, he's celebrating with pink, lots of pink in that picture. Alright, next up we have the Ultra Bike. It's a bike for the blind. How it works, and
Okay, wait a second. People ride their bike using balance, and balance, it mainly comes from your vision. How does this work?
aha, it has vibrators in the steering wheel handle, and every time it senses something on the right, it vibrates on the right, you turn to the left. And then, if it's something on the left, you vibrate to the right. I found a flaw with this though.
What happens if it vibrates? If it vibrates to the right, then you turn to the left, and you hit a tree.
See, it warns you before you hit the tree, but if you stop,
Oh, that's...
and you can't tell if anything's behind you, and the car, there's, of course, if you're biking on a road.
No, if you're
blind
blind,
people on the road-
if you're blind, you're not going to be biking on the road.
I hope
You shouldn't be biking at all if you're blind.
No, there's a bike for that now. And if you stop, then the car behind you plows into the back no matter how much the things are vibrating.
Yeah, okay.
And then we've got a bike for the deaf, the little signs that go on the back of your bike. Because if you're deaf, you can still see, but if someone's going to hit you, they have to know you're deaf first.
And that helps how?
Well, as soon as you get close enough to hit the person, you notice that they're deaf and you back off.
So it's literally a 3-pound sign.
3 pounds. I don't think it weighs that much.
That's no, I meant like British pounds.
On that note, Alex Sherman's now British.
And this concludes the news.
Okay, so in Canada, we have a lot of fresh water. In fact, we have the most in the world. However, bikes aren't exactly meant to go on water. But can they be adapted to make decent boats? Well, here at 7th Gear, we decided to find out. And this is how it turned out. Well, here I am, meeting place. Everyone's supposed to be here in about a minute. So, see who turns up. Oh, and here comes Alex Fulton.
Oh, hello, mate. It's bloody cold outside.
Fair enough. Okay, so here's the deal. We get bikes, we turn them into boats. Simple as that. They're amphibious bikes. However, unlike amphibious vehicles, they do not need to drive on land anymore.
Alright, so whoever makes the best wins.
Yeah.
Awesome. But there's more. The budget is $20.
Superfluous.
We were told to meet up at the Laurel Creek Conservation Area, which has a lake full of more duck crap than actual water. The wind was quite strong, and the water was extremely cold.
And as usual, Sam was the first to arrive.
So here it is, my invention. For the bike, I decided to use a Norco Mountaineer, which is known for its reliability. I got it for free, and it was in pretty good condition. The barrels were my source of flotation. They were 15-gallon drums that may have once contained corrosive liquids. Through all these barrels, I have over 600 pounds of flotation, given that they don't leak. In terms of my $20 budget, I got everything for free except these barrels, which I acquired for $5 each.
That's not even a bike!
I, however, had done my research.
What are you were supposed to get a bike.
Aha! It is a bike. How? Now, the word bike is made up, bicycle is made up of two parts, bi and cycle. Cycle came from the late Latin word cyclos, which came from the Greek word kyklos, which meant wheel. Now, bi means two. This has two wheels, therefore it's a bicycle.
Wait a second. No one really cares about all that Latin and Greek stuff. That's a scooter.
It's a bicycle.
It's a piece of magnificent machinery.
It's got a plastic bag on it.
Yeah, well, that came with the bike, so it's kind of left on it.
Well, it's got no brakes.
Don't need brakes on the water.
It looks like it's gonna fall apart.
Okay. Well, look at yours. First of all, how is that going to even work in the water? You have a Rubbermaid container and a scooter.
Here's the genius bit. You take the Rubbermaid, detach it from the scooter's body, and then you fold the scooter in half, like this, and then the scooter is your paddle. You get in the Rubbermaid container, it makes canoe. It's the most ingenious idea.
After waiting a whole 30 seconds for our third companion, we brilliantly determined that he was not going to join us. Of course, we argued, but the producers didn't let that last long, and soon Foley's criticism was cut off short.
You are going to ride your bike out to a buoy and back in a race.
Okay.
In your where's this buoy? It's over there.
Is it?
Okay,
No, that's
over there.
Right. To win this challenge, you had to get out on the water and go around the buoy that was 50 meters away. You then had to get back to shore safely. To enter the water, we could use either the dock or the beach. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start from the dock.
Well, starting from the beach, you can walk it in. Starting from the dock gets you way out there real fast, so I think I'm gonna start from the dock too. Yeah, it's the logical choice. Time to move.
Can you give me some help? Thank you. Okay. Got my helmet.
Good safety measure.
I have to take the sweater off. Getting serious.
Alright. Well, I've noticed something, and we both seem to be missing something. You see, I've got guaranteed propulsion.
Yeah, guaranteed. Just push that through the water there. Okay,
It's very guaranteed.
fair enough.
Now, you have guaranteed flotation, but
Yeah, pretty much.
what about your propulsion?
I'm kind of worried about it too, quite frankly. I've kind of hot glued this stuff on.
Well, I don't have guaranteed flotation, but I do have guaranteed propulsion, and you have guaranteed flotation.
That's not going to get you anywhere unless you can float.
And likewise to you. Here, take your shoes off. Take your shoes off.
No, just push. Yes!
Yeah, don't lose it.
The bike is afloat. Last minute preparations here. Let's walk down the dock.
I am starting to have second thoughts now that we're actually at the lake.
Just now.
Just now.
Okay. Yeah. You're lucky if you get anywhere on that. You're lucky if you float. Okay. My steering's about complete here. Oof. This is scared, isn't it? Maneuver like this.
break your rotors.
Kind of better method. And them all.
Now wait for me. Oh. Now wait for me.
Yeah, I need to.
You need to come back.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a bit of an issue with my center of gravity here. I seem to be leaning significantly backwards. I'm kind of just floating around the lake right now.
Meanwhile, back on the beach, I wasn't doing so well either.
Oh no. This was a bad idea. I can't. Andres, I need to get out. By getting out, I need to just tilt it. And to tilt it, I'm going to take on more water. You know, I haven't thought this through. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No. It's not funny when you're sitting in it. Try number. Okay, I've got a new strategy. Got a new strategy here. I'm drifting. I'm cold.
There's the buoy. Yeah. Gotta try to gear down so I get more torque as I pedal. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh no. But soon, things start to get a little better. Oh, wait a second here, I'm turning. Oh, yeah.
For once, Sam was actually headed in the right direction.
Foley was trying some new methods of getting into his container.
New strategy. This is the new strategy. Come on. Strategy. No, there's no. Nope. Yes. Nope.
No, my steering. No, this will just be a moment. My steering's kind of coming undone on my right side. Going to just kind of. No. I'm drifting. Okay, I'm moving again. I had been on the water for over 10 minutes now, but Foley was still trying to float.
Oh, stop. That is not working.
Oh, wow. I seem to have cut myself on the line, kind of bleeding from the inside of my leg. Ouch. Meanwhile, Foley could think of nothing but his tissues.
I don't know what attempt number this is. That was not a good attempt. Oh, now I'm soaked. Oh no! My tissues. Tissues in the wrong. Bro.
Oh no, no! Oh crap! Oh crap. My chain seems to be stuck on my genius propulsion system. And just making do here in terms of flotation. Finally, Alex Foley admitted defeat and waited on the shore for my return. Back out on the water, I finally managed to repair my bike after yet another breakdown. Oh no. Seems to be caught again. I continued to try to make a valiant effort to turn myself towards the buoy. However, I eventually came to terms with my situation. I do seem to somehow be out in the middle of it. Yeah. And I'm slowly drifting towards a hydroelectric dam. And the buoy is probably 100 meters. But I kept going. What was that? Oh, I just shredded my rear no, not my deflector, sorry. My reflector. Okay, I've made the executive decision. I'm gonna call this first attempt and I'm gonna make some minor repairs and then I'll actually come back in. Okay. Now I am getting towed back in. Oh god, this is going to be a long trip back. So far, my conclusion is that my propulsion, it was okay. It didn't work amazing, but it was okay. But the real problem is the front-mounted rudder doesn't do anything. So we drifted and drifted. Here we go, actually. And drifted. Oh wait. Just before I hit the shore, my rudder jammed on something, and it wouldn't budge. Okay, here we go. My rudder does nothing at this point. With a lack of better ideas, I decide to climb onto the front of my boat. Oh, snap. Well, I have disembarked. I've kind of wading knee-deep goose poop. But I guess you could say made it. Okay. And now we have to walk all the way around the lake back to the hill. Okay, so we are now on land, and where you see those two small white specks are where we need to walk around. So we need to walk all the way around the lake, and it's going to take quite some time. So the journey begins. Okay, so here we are. We've got our little setup here. Yeah, we came from right down there, about 50 meters away. About 100 meters that way till the hydro dam, and then about 1 kilometer after that. So we're off to a good start. Soon though, we got close enough to a road that we could drop off the barrels in a vehicle. And we set about disassembling the bike to do just that. But we still had to transport the frame by hand. The journey was quite long and extremely tedious. We had to travel across the dam, which meant jumping over 2 fences, and bringing a bike with you over a fence isn't that easy. Park authorities didn't exactly approve of this. However, we talked our way out of that, and we kept going and going and going. Eventually, we ended up back where we started. So here it is, and it's still in pretty good condition. However, unfortunately, 7th gear does not have much use for it anymore. So if anyone out there is looking for an amphibious bike,
Floats.
Yeah, it floats, and you might need to redo the steering system though. The propulsion works fine, it just needs a little bit of repair. Anyways, other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. However, where's your bike?
It's a funny story that. It's made of 2 parts, as you saw. It was the bike, and a Rubbermaid container. And the Rubbermaid container was detachable, and it's now being used to store books. So, yeah, I did not bring that in, but it still works very well.
Okay, well, points for functionality, I suppose, and reusability. However, it seems our 3rd companion decided not to show up. Now, Sherman, I believe you told us that you did test your bike.
Well, see, I did test my bike, but we had a small complication. I took it to a lake. I got lost along the way, and I took it to a new lake. But unfortunately, we had a complication with a shark, and this is what's left. This is the last piece that I could salvage.
Okay, well, let's
Would you like to see
go
take
back
a look
over
at
here.
some of that? Would you
to
like to
see
see
how
what
I
that-
didn't decide to
happened?
go out with Sam and Alex. I got my bike tested somewhere else on a beautiful lake. But, unfortunately, it wasn't very good as it started to sink. I got my bike going again, but then unfortunately we had a little accident with a shark. My bike!
Okay, so obviously Sherman's was.
All right. Well,
Amazing.
let's look at the the chart. It's in
Mine
the chart.
definitely does not fit.
All right, we
So-
started with.
We had a budget of $20, and you get 1 point for every dollar in that 20 that you did not spend.
All right, so I spent $0, so I get 20. Sherman, how much did you spend?
I spent $0.
You get 20 points. And Sam, how much did you spend?
I spent all $20.
So you get 0 points. All right. Now, innovation. Now, we've asked the studio audience to vote on how innovative they thought everyone was, and we have the results. Foley, that was me, got a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fun.
Sherman, you got a 5. And Sam got a 30.
Thank you. Thank you.
30?
30. Now, the buoy challenge, we've calculated, we had a buoy and you get 100 points minus however many meters you were away from the buoy. So I ended up 15 meters away from the buoy. That's 85 points. Thank goodness that it's really close. All right, Sam, you had 50 points. 50
Thank
meters
you.
away.
I did get pretty close to that buoy.
All right, and Alex Sherman, you were at the wrong lake. However, we calculated how far you were away, and you were 400 meters away from the buoy. Not bad, but you also lose 100 points for being eaten by a shark. So
I wasn't eaten by a shark. I'm here.
Well, your bike was.
That's why it's fine.
That was another problem
400
that
minus
weren't
100.
on the bike, but we'll take that up in the next column.
All right, so let's see, I'm at 115 now, and Sherman's at negative numbers, and Sam's at 80. All right, so in practicality, mine was pretty practical, I say. They voted 10. Again, the studio audience doing a lot of the decision making.
7.
Alex, yours was not practical at all.
What?
0.
Hey, there was never a practicality challenge.
God, there is. All right, and Sam, that makes you getting 45.5 points. All right, let's total this up. I have 115, so 125.
Uh-oh.
Sherman, you have 25. Oh, look at this.
He's
Minus 475 points.
Round of applause.
125.5 points. So, Sam,
Oh, yes.
you squeaked out a win right here.
Got another win. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. So, now for the celebrity in our reasonably priced set of wheels.
Yeah, bike.
Now everyone give it up for Miss Sam Dolman, everybody. Hi, nice to meet you. Please sit down. Now, Miss Dolman, do you know why we picked you as our star on our recently priced bike?
I have no idea, actually.
Because Miss Dolman, everyone, has more than 1,000 followers on Twitter, everybody. So I just have a couple questions for you, Miss Dolman. What was your first bike?
Oh, my first bike was a dumpy old bike from my grandfather's shed that my dad took out and put another handlebar on. It's like from the 60s that my dad updated in the 80s. But then my second bike was like, it had like what, umbrella? What do you call those? Like easy rider types of bikes.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I broke my nose on a bike.
How many bikes have you owned or do currently own now?
I've owned maybe 4 or 5 bikes in my life.
4 or 5 bikes. Wow,
And
that's
I
a lot of
don't
bikes.
own anyone. I don't own one right now.
You don't own one now? When was the last time you went for a good bike ride?
Well, actually, the best bike ride that I've had in the last little while was when I rode Sam's bike. And around that same time, I actually rode on a bike on a trainer in front of Starbucks to raise money for my brother. But before that, I used to ride my bike in downtown Toronto. That was 10 years ago.
What do you think of our recently priced bike?
That's your reasonably priced?
No, that's the nice one. That was one at Sammy's.
This one?
No, the one that you took around the track.
I thought it was fantastic. It made me want to get a bike.
Really?
Yeah.
So, have you considered buying a bike? Have you looked online?
Well, actually, I have been looking online, but I don't want to buy on Kijiji because I don't want it to be stolen property. I've been looking at Canadian Tire flyers, and also my friend's opening up a bike shop, and he has the most beautiful bikes, and but they're a little expensive for me.
All right. So after your lap, we have our little leaderboard here. Where do you think you came? Here, stand up. Where do you think you came on this board? Who would you like to beat?
Beat? I'd like to think that I beat Oprah Winfrey, but maybe not. Maybe Kim Kardashian. I put myself in the lower range. Like, I've been on the train. I haven't been trained.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you put me?
Now, before we do this, we're gonna let you see your lap, then you can judge how you did.
Here I go. She's
Love it. Oh, wow. Look how fast I'm going. Come around the corner. Yes. Here I go. Round the corner. Don't hit Sherman. Don't hit Sherman. Here I go. Didn't hit Sherman. Good. Whoa. All right. Taking along. Feeling a little tired. Gotta do this more often. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Yeah. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Yes. Come around down. Picking up speed. Don't hit Alicia. Don't hit Alicia. Don't hit Alicia. Here we go. Go around the corner. Double C taps on. All right. Come around. Coming around. Here I go.
So, now, based on that video, where do you think you came on this board?
I think I'm here.
You want to beat her, or you think you win?
I hope I beat Justin Bieber.
All right, I'm sure you will. You have, Miss Dolman. You did it in 1,
No way.
20.
No, really?
1-0, our fastest lap ever.
Impressive.
Thanks for coming in today, Miss Dolman. I appreciate your time.
Okay, bye.
So, this evening we have concluded that it is somewhat possible to turn a bike into a boat.
Anyone who goes around a track on a bike is faster than Justin Bieber.
We had a celebrity with a lot of Twitter followers.
Wow. And can't forget the amazing bike that I reviewed. That was absolutely phenomenal. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much, and good night.